please support me through PayPal to devinwyndham@gmail.com. I also tutor both online and in person. If you're interested in tutoring, you can reach me at the same email. Please subscribe to my channel. All right, today I want to do a calculus minimum problem. A city parks designer wants to fence in 400 square meters of land and then divide it into 5 plots of equal area, planting 5 types of flowers as shown. Find the minimum amount of fence needed. All right, press pause, try the problem on your own. All right, let's do it together. Y times 5x equals 400 because the area of the land is 400 square meters. Cancel the 5s. All right, notice I frequently, all right, when I was 14, I moved to France and I noticed the French write their Y's like this and their X's like this, and I adopted that frequently. I adopt that frequently because if we write the Y's and X's as we do in the United States, if we're sloppy, the X's and Y's can start looking like each other. And what's worse, they can also start looking like plus signs or multiplication symbols. So this cuts down on ambiguity. Well, it takes longer to write, perhaps. I made a mistake. I know I can't erase with a pen, but I prefer writing with a ballpoint pen than with a pencil because I find pencils scratchy and annoying, and they constantly get dull. And even though you can erase with the pencil, they frequently smudge and smear when you erase anyway. All right. Let f be the length of fence in meters. So f is equal to 6y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 10x, which is equal to 10x plus 6y. I like my x's to come first. Now we haven't learned multivariable calculus yet. We're just doing single variable calculus. So we want to get rid of one of these variables. Let's get rid of the y. We can do that because from this equation here, we know that y is equal to 80 over x. So we'll just plug in 80 over x for y. So this expression is equal to 10x plus 6 times 80 over x, which is equal to 10x plus 480 over x, which is equal to, well, I write it in this form so I can take the derivative. All right, f prime of x is equal to 10 plus negative 1 times 480x to the negative 2, which is equal to 10 minus 480 over x squared. Now we're trying to find the minimum fencing, so we want to analyze the sign of this derivative. Consider this, a sum of rational expressions. When you want to analyze the sign of a sum of rational expressions, I find it useful just to add those rational expressions as a first step. So let's add these rational expressions. So we find a common denominator, and we get 10x squared minus 480 over x squared. All right, we're looking for the sign of the derivative, the denominator, because, excuse me, think about the denominator. The denominator is x squared. X is always positive, so we can ignore the denominator if we're just analyzing the sign of this expression. So let's focus on the numerator. Obviously, the numerator is equal to 0 at the square root of 48. And obviously, the numerator is negative if x is less than the square root of 48. And it's positive if x is greater than the square root of 48. So obviously, f has a minimum at when x equals the square root of 48. But the square root of 48, well, 48 is equal to, let's factor that into primes, it's equal to 8 times 6, which is equal to 2 times 2 times root 3, which is equal to 4 root 3. Let's plug in 4 root 3 to f. F of 4 root 3 is equal to, going back to our expression for f, 10 times 4 root 3 plus 480 over 4 root 3, which is equal to 40 root 3 plus 12 over root 3, which is equal to 40 root 3 plus 120 root 3 over 3, which is equal to 40 root 3 plus 40 root 3, which is equal to 80 root 3, which is approximately 138.56. So the answer is 80 root 3 meters, which is approximately 138.56 meters.